Royce is here is going to go for an hour. You know what I was going to talk about? I was going to talk about change. I want to talk about how much Baxter's changed over the years. I'm being serious here, right? Thinking back and I'm thinking, okay, we have all these systems now, and whether they're right or wrong, or whether things happen for the right reason, who knows? But you know, all I know next week, I finish up this week, and I've got to sign off on some BVRs. I've got to mix up some CPAs. I've got to do some BPLMs. Now, BPLMs, we're getting management systems and try and fix up BPLMs. I mentioned CPAs, didn't I? Yeah. I've got some KPIs to do. What else have I got to do? NCRs. A few NCRs. Before I PAQ. But seriously, you know, like we talk about change. We talk about sometimes we change things, sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad, right? And I just look back to many years ago when I first started at Baxter. I'm going to bore a lot of people here, anyway. And I met a guy by the name of, back then, Charlie Bonici. We all know Charlie. And we all know about the Charlie system. People know about the Charlie system? Charlie had a pretty simple system back in those days, right? And what it was going on people's names, okay? So the first day I started, I was actually interviewed by a bloke by the name of Harry Powell. Harry Powell? Harry. Right? So Harry meets me the first day and says to me, Michael Leach, how are you? Harry, how are you? And we go down to the extrusion area, there's a bloke called Chris Reed. Reedy. Right? So I meet Reedy. So I go from Charlie to Reedy. Okay? So Reedy introduces me to a few things. The first thing you do when you start a Baxter, you go and have a cuppa. So Reedy says, let's go and have a cuppa. So we go up to the canteen, and there's two guys sitting at the canteen. And there's two blokes, Joins and Royce. We're starting to get the... So I say, Joins and Royce and whatever. What's your name? Well, my name's Michael Leach. And Jonesy looks over at Rice and says, we'll call this dude Leach. So I leave, and Reedy says to me, okay, Leach, let's go up and meet a few people now and walk through the factory like you do on the first day. So he says, we're going to go to the big man upstairs, the general manager, who was... Leslie, you should know me. You know, we walk outside, we walk up towards where the big man is, and there's Leslie, there's Richie. We get upstairs and there's Skip McDaniel, Skippy. So I meet Skippy, you know, this place is great. There's a guy here called Skippy. But he's a yank. So we walk outside Skippy's office, there's a guy called Gary Quincy. I walk down a bit further, Braggy. We all know Braggy. So I walk a bit further along and I'm walking down towards the engineering area. And walk through the production area, and there's a lady called Sandy. Meet Sandy. Walk down towards Ed Smith, Smithy. Ed Smith. And then we meet a bloke by the name of Peter Horn. Horny Heishi. Now, that's where Charlie got it wrong. We had to call this guy something else. So we used his Christian name, we called him Horny Pete. Then I went back over to extrusion and met my old mate. We know who my mate is, don't we? Come on, in extrusion. Frankie. Alright. How simple was that? It's a simple process, wasn't it? Then, some guy comes along and works in HR and his name's Berkey. Berkey's tries to be an ideas man, okay? And he thinks to himself, okay, and it's always, you know, what happens is, we have a simple system and someone comes along and makes a little change. We think the change isn't much, but it turns out to be a lot, you know? And we see blokes like Murray, Kelly, Tui, we see, what else is there? Mealy, Emiradaki, and it doesn't sound like much of a change. Everything's kind of sounding the same, isn't it? But confusion sets in because we try to get hold of a bloke by the name of Phil Meal, Peter Toom, Johnny Dark, and it causes all sorts of confusion. People change, bloody hell, there is confusion there. Right? So we pissed Berkey off and being a smart ass. Mark Telling comes along.
Oh shit! I'm here!
Now, by this stage, Baxter is really starting to get big time, right? And we're looking at things like introducing smart guys into engineering, smart guys into marketing. You know, we need these smart guys on board. What the freaking hell are their names? Maholtra. Right? We've got names like Baxter and Samasandaran. Prabir Singh Gupta. Peter Vanderweel. What the hell's going on? So, apart from trying to page these guys on the bloody over the PA system, you get the bands mixed up with the dudes. And everybody at Baxter thinks there's some guy in engineering who's a tool. Stuffs everything up. So Jonesy is the only one who talks to Martin. Sorry. He says to Martin, we're going to do something about this, right? So anyway, he thinks, okay. So Martin goes back to the 20 people who work in HR with him. He tries to work out what's going on. So they come back and they work out, look, we've got to get back to the Charlie system. The Charlie system comes back. There's Skillies. There's Nutties. There's Stewies. There's Rossies. And we're all back to normal. Harry's. So, you know, change sometimes takes a full circle, if you know what I mean. But anyway, look, I'm looking around tonight, and I actually turned up tonight to have a couple of beers, and when I first came in tonight, I thought that Monique and Peter Vanderweel had done, you know, like years ago I used to watch Home and Away. And I logged in, and I thought Alf Stewart was there. It was flaming, you know what? It was flaming. It was flaming Ray Mason. You know what? That means a lot to me because a bloke like Ray Mason having a beer with me, because he doesn't turn up to many Baxter things, means a lot to me. And the guy was sitting there, even though it wasn't Alf Stewart, it meant a lot to me. You know? And the reason why I've done 25 years at Baxter is I'm looking at it right now. It's just friendship, you know? It's guys like you, and I can go all around the table here and I can tell a million stories, you know. I'm looking over there right now and I'm seeing, you know, guys that work in maintenance, guys that used to work in maintenance. I'm looking at contractors, the Phil Murleys, the Mark Tellings. I go around this table here, there's more, there's the Terry Sabies, you know. These are valuable guys, by the way. The contracting guys are very valuable guys, Mark, you know they are. You've
got to get the actual work done.
There's a guy like Harry who's got the guys here. We work the weekend shift together, boys. You know, I love the fact that you guys are here. You know, Florian, I love the fact that your mate Jason over there. I look at this table here. I see guys that have been my boss, guys that haven't stood over the top of me, haven't done all the crap that, you know, normally a boss would do. You know, like blokes like this that have been great. You know, Rossi. You know, the last few. Look, a lot of people said that Rossi took Frank's spot, you know, and a lot of people thought that me and Frank were gay. Well, you know, I'm leaving next week.
Just for a short time. Can't believe it.
There's anything wrong with that.
And guys like this where you can, you know, me and him over the last couple of years, you can bounce things off each other, you know, and have a bit of a talk. My other daughter, Granny Earl. See these two guys, these two characters here, you know, who I haven't known for a long time, but they turned up tonight. And Aaron, you know, like, he's come out west today. Aaron actually drove in a white Commodore tonight. It's burnt orange now, mate. Colin, mate, you know, we've had a few little dealings over the last couple of weeks, but I've known you for a long time, but I appreciate you coming. Look over this table here. I see my old buddy here that I've known for 45 years. Okay? You old bastard, you. So look around here. Oh, mate, Richie, David. I'm going to come back to you in a minute. Mate, this guy's a supplier for us, you know. Like, he supplies all the chemicals. I want to get that bit of a cut when you've gone to it. He's got a job lined up. Skilly. This guy here, Royce. I've got something actually. back.
Every recyclable.
I've been in 25 years. I've got to put my glasses on.